Welcome to the Deep Dive. If you're joining us today, maybe you're feeling, well, a bit tired.
Yeah, maybe run down.
Right, like you're chasing something, maybe something only you can see, or maybe you just need to hear that wanting more isn't wrong.
That working for it is okay.
Exactly, and that's actually what we're going to get into today.
We're doing a deep dive into something we're calling the paradox of progress. We've looked at quite a stack of sources, behavioral psychology, some Stoic philosophy, even modern research on resilience.
And what's the common thread?
They all point to this really powerful idea. Nothing truly worthwhile just lands in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
They talk specifically about things like real confidence or lasting peace or finding work that actually means something to you.
Or love, right, love that really sees you.
Exactly. And the point is, these things don't just show up overnight. There's effort involved. It's a process.
Yeah, it's not like a punishment for wanting something good. That's a key distinction the sources make, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's just inherent. It's the way it works, even if it feels a bit gritty sometimes.
And we live in this world that's constantly pushing shortcuts. One click everything, instant messages, filtered results.
Total instant gratification culture.
Right. But the stuff that really matters deep down, it just doesn't follow that model.
No, it really doesn't. And our sources, when you connect the dots, they really emphasize this. Like, you can't build a really strong friendship if you're always dodging the tough conversations.
Makes sense.
And you won't feel genuinely confident if you only ever do what feels, easy or safe.
And personal growth itself, that's rarely comfortable, is it?
Not usually, no. Which kind of brings us to a question for you, listening right now.
Yeah, think about this. Have you ever, really put it out there that you wanted something good, something positive?
Really focused on it.
And then, when it started to happen, it came with effort.
Yeah.
Unexpected struggle. And you doubted yourself. Like maybe you decided, okay, I want to be more patient. And then suddenly everything seems designed to make you lose your temper.
Or you think, I really need to work on loving myself, and boom, all those old insecurities just rush right back in.
Yeah, the ones you thought were long gone.
So one of our main sources here, it's this foundational text on psychological resilience. It argues this isn't failure. Not at all.
Okay, so what is it then?
It's actually alignment. That's the term they use. Think of it like life giving you a little stress test.
Like testing a bridge before it opens.
Exactly like that. It's asking, okay, you want this? Are you sure? Are you really committed to building this? That discomfort, it's not a sign you're off track.
It's maybe the price of admission.
Often, yeah. It's the cost of becoming the person who can actually handle that good thing you asked for.
So, okay, let me make sure I'm getting this. Instead of seeing pain or struggle as a stop sign, it could actually mean green light, keep going.
Potentially, yes.
But how do we tell the difference? Because, sometimes you are just hitting your head against a wall. How do we know if it's productive struggle versus just pointless pain?
That is such a critical question. And the sources, especially the ones drawing from cognitive behavioral therapy, they point towards the purpose behind the struggle.
Okay.
Purpose.
Yeah. Is the discomfort linked to a goal that actually matters to you? Something aligned with your values? Like, are you building a skill, working through an emotion, trying to deepen a relationship? And does it feel like it's asking you to stretch,
Yeah.
to grow your capacity? If yes, that's often the productive kind.
So it's stretching, not just training.
Right. Psychologists talk about cognitive dissonance reduction. Your brain feels this tension between where you are and where you want to be and the effort required.
And normally you'd want to stop the effort to stop the tension.
Exactly. But in productive struggle, you reframe it. You lean in. You see the effort as proof of your commitment, and that actually helps rewire things. The struggle itself becomes the way you become capable. Okay, that reframing is powerful. So if we're in that process, that alignment you mentioned, what about when you feel like you're getting close, but the resistance just gets louder, stronger?
Yes.
Because that feels like the point where so many people just bail.
Right. It really is. And it's fascinating. Multiple papers we looked at covered this exact thing, this sort of paradoxical tendency to quit right when you're on the verge.
Why does that happen? You'd think it would get easier as you get closer.
But often it doesn't. The resistance can actually intensify. It's like your internal safety system kicks into overdrive.
The fear voice.
Yeah, that deep-seated part saying, whoa, this is too much. You can't handle this. What if you fail after all this work?
That voice is incredibly convincing. I remember when I was trying to learn a new language. I hit this plateau.
Yeah.
Every single time I sat down to study, it felt like wading through concrete.
Right.
And I just kept thinking, maybe I'm just not wired for this. Maybe I don't have the knack.
That's a perfect example.
Hearing this idea about the middle ground and the resistance, that would have really helped back then. What do the sources say is going on psychologically there? Why quit when you're close?
It often boils down to misinterpreting the feeling, that rising difficulty. We read it as a signal to stop, retreat.
When it might actually be a signal to push just a little more.
Exactly. Think about climbing a mountain, right? The air gets thin, the slope gets steeper right near the top.
Yeah.
Behavioral economic studies even show our brain's reward system can kind of trick us. It prioritizes getting rid of the discomfort now over the bigger reward that's coming later.
So the key is recognizing that feeling for what it is.
Yes, recognizing it's likely fear or discomfort signaling growth, not an accurate assessment that you can't do it. You have to label that feeling, otherwise you just believe the fear.
So let's say you're in that spot right now, that middle part. The initial excitement's gone, motivation feels low, maybe nobody's really cheering you on.
Yeah, the quiet grind.
The big insight here, from all this research, seems to be, you don't have to feel strong to keep going. Is that right?
That's absolutely a core finding, especially from the neurological studies we looked at.
Yeah.
Real, lasting progress. It doesn't usually come from one giant, heroic leap.
No big moment.
Not usually.
Yeah.
It's more about consistent, small actions, almost invisible steps taken over and over.
Right, not a sudden transformation overnight.
No. And the brain actually prefers that. It rewires more effectively through steady, small inputs, small wins, rather than these huge, dramatic pushes that might burn you out. There was one study, I think, in the Journal of Applied Psychology
Yeah.
that showed people who focused on tiny, daily microhabits were like 70% more likely to stick with the change over a year compared to people trying big, infrequent changes.
And that's so important because we tend to dismiss those small efforts, don't we?
Definitely.
They don't feel significant. There's no instant
Yeah.
reward, no big ta-da moment.
No Instagram post about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the real power is in that small, consistent stuff, like how an oak tree grows. It sends roots down deeper, adds a tiny bit to its canopy each year. It's slow, steady, no big announcements.
And because the change often happens inside first before anyone else can see it, we often think, it's not working, I'm failing.
Right. I've been meditating for a week. Why do I still feel anxious?
Or I've been studying, but I still bum that practice quiz.
Yeah.
But the neuroplasticity sources explain you're not just learning a habit, you're literally rebuilding pathways in your brain. You're changing how you see yourself. And that just takes time. Quiet, consistent input.
And patience with yourself, self-compassion.
Definitely. Showing up even when you can't see the results yet.
But then slowly, things do start to shift, don't they? Maybe your thoughts get a little kinder.
Your choices feel a bit more you.
Your confidence starts to grow, maybe quietly at first.
Yeah. So bringing all this together, what does it mean for you right now listening to this?
Well, it seems like if what you're working towards feels really hard,
It doesn't automatically mean stop. It means you're still in the game. You haven't quit.
you're still showing up.
And showing up consistently. According to basically all our sources, that's a way better predictor of success than just raw talent or how motivated you felt on day one.
That's huge.
Most people give up in those hard middle parts, not because they're weak, but because nobody told them this. The struggle, the intensity, that often means it's working. The process is happening.
And maybe that's the most important thing to really let sink in today. This phase you're in right now, whether it feels like struggle or doubt or just exhausting effort.
It's not the final chapter.
No, it's the messy, maybe challenging, but really transformative middle part of your becoming.
So the message is, keep going, even if it's just tiny steps.
Keep trusting the process, even if you can't see the end clearly.
Keep believing in yourself, even when that fear voice gets loud.
Our sources really seem to agree on this idea that a good life, a meaningful, authentic one, isn't about avoiding challenges.
No, it's about being willing to engage with them. One psychologist put it nicely, something like, the depth of our life is often related to the discomfort we're willing to handle.
Wow. That kind of life, it won't just fall into place easily.
It will come, eventually, through that consistency.
Those small steps.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that analogy that kept popping up.
The farming one.
Yeah. Don't judge the day by the harvest you reap. Judge it by the seeds you plant.
That's good. Change doesn't need fireworks. It just needs consistency. Quiet effort.
And it doesn't have to be perfect effort either. Right?
No, not at all. Just
Yeah.
true to your intention.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, maybe take a moment to reflect. You're definitely not where you were a year ago or even a month ago.
You're not stuck. You are moving. You're in process. You're building something.
So, what's one small thing, one quiet action you've been doing, maybe consistently, even when it felt pointless or really hard?
Think about that one thing.
Just hold on to it. Acknowledge it. Because all this research suggests it's way more powerful than it feels right now.
Let today just be one more quiet step.
Yet no pressure,
Yeah.
no rush, just a presence in the process.